and reduce the losses. Also, it will create a relationship between the supplier and the farmers. It will be very strong relationship because they are connected by different means of agriculture. For the technology companies, this will offer them new opportunities using proven models that increase the readiness. It will increase the adoption of the technologies because they will be aware, they have the information, and this will increase the adoption process. Ability to reach new customers. Also, e-agriculture will let them to reach everyone in a remote areas because they will be sent on the internet or through mobile the message, and this will reach everyone everywhere. It also have an opportunity to achieve business and social benefit by increasing access to technology. And when all farmers have access to technology, they can adopt it, and then they can purchase these inputs from the business or from the technological companies, and this will lead to their business benefits. For the universities and extension office, it will create direct access to unreachable farmers. For the conventional extension, for the researchers, they cannot reach every farmer everywhere. This will let them to reach unreachable farmer in the remote area, in the rural areas. It also provides ability for testing and validating academic research. We conduct, as academician, we conduct research in the laboratory and we have in the field, and then how to put this in the real field. And this will be through e-agriculture. Also, it will provide opportunities for solving technical problems and share best practices with the aggregate group of farmers. We share our best practices as academicians in the university or extension agents that transfer the knowledge from the research to the farmers. It will provide them with this opportunity. It enhances students in handout projects. They work practical work. They have to do practical work for the agricultural students particularly. Here I will show some of the e-agricultural themes. There are many themes. They are multidisciplinary. It is have in FAO, there are more than 1,000 themes in e-agriculture. Here, this is just an example from FAO 2020 for data and information. For example, we have early warning system, GIS, for farming crops, how to improve farm, how to detect the water requirement and the moisture content of the soil. There are drones, and also for livestock to check the pasture and to provide the veterinary services. For the extension, they have distance learning and extension for using the technologies. For climate change, there are many mitigation and adaptation which will be provided to the farmers and resilience. Also for agricultural value chain, there is mobile finance and finance payment, market information. Market information are very important, particularly price, food price, prices of inputs. This will help the farmers and will increase the productivity. This is just an example of the themes of the e-agriculture which are currently available. Also, there are good practices and promising practices. A good practice is a practice that is not only good, but it also work well and produce good results in different setting or context and recommended as a model. This is as defined by the FAO. It has a successful experience, has been tested, validated in broad sense, and they can be and they are deserved to be adopted by a great number of people. And this is according to the FAO. This is a good practices. The practice which was successful, validated, and tested, and adopted by many people. This is will call good practices. While promising practices is the practices that has the high degree of success. and there is a possibility of replication in the same setting. And it generates some quantitative data and positive outcome. It has a positive outcome, it has a quantitative data, but it hasn't been replicated. And there is a possibility for to be adopted by other farmers. And when it is adopted and upscale, it will be transferred to the good practices. These are practices in agriculture. For the success stories, we have here 3 examples for good practices. The Digital Green Participatory Video Project, Vinay Kumar, the SMS Gateway for Improving Animal Health Through Information and Communication Technology, eLocust as an innovative tool for crop-based control system. These are series sample of the good practices to be adopted, and they have been adopted in many countries. I will have only the first one from the good practices, and we will take also one of the promising practices due to the time limitation. Good practice, Digital Green. The founder of Digital Green is Vinay Kumar. He used testing the use of participatory video as the mean of agricultural extension in India. He used this video, creating short video that captures scientific and locally relevant best practices, the best practices in each area to be disseminated among the local community. He create videos that is take the scientific part and the local part with the local language to be understandable to each one of them. He founded that on the belief that technology can accelerate effort to end the poverty. And there are very clear link between poverty and food security status, because poverty will lead to food insecurity. And when you improve the status of productivity and income, this will let them to be food secure and automatically to be above the poverty line. The impact of this digital green, it improves small farmer productivity. It is very effective compared to the traditional agricultural extension program, to visit a certain area, to sit with them, to give them advice, and to send the message in a brochure or something like this. This is a very effective. Cost-wise, it is almost 10 times more efficient than the traditional one. High coverages and good targeting. It will not only target the large size farmers, it will target everyone, even the farmer with the minor, with a very small holding and with very low productivity. He can have these digital green videos and can adopt the technology and improve his productivity. Also, 90% of the viewers of the video are women. Women play a very significant role in rural agriculture in general in the world, particularly in the developing countries. Relevant videos in 15 languages and is screened offline in communities. It also has a possibility to show this in offline communities that have limited electricity and internet connectivity, and they abbreviate it in COCO, Connect Offline, Connect Online. The average rate of adoption is 6 out of 10. Each 10 good practices, 6 of them will be adopted by the producers. The global impact used 1.5 million video screening. 80% of beneficiaries are women. 16,000 frontline workers were trained, and compact malnutrition through agro-nutrition gardens. This is very important for the rural area. Digital Green has implemented projects in 9 states in India and also in 15 countries like Ethiopia, Afghanistan, and many other countries. For the promising practices, we have AgriWeather tool for climate smart agriculture, e-voucher for increasing the use of improved agricultural inputs, and SMS campaign drive adoption of improved seed varieties in Tanzania. Also, I will talk on available on all these good practices and promising practices are available, accessible in the internet. For the AgriWeather tool, which is developed by Kenyan Agricultural and Livestock Research Organizations, the founder is Dr. Akoko. The justification is that the farmers in Kenya depend on the traditional method for weather prediction, and this will not them to mitigate to the risk brought by climate change. And also farmers adopt their agricultural practices. They adopt agricultural practice based on the previous experience. So extension is very important. Information are very important for them to improve their productivity. AgriWeather tool, it is a web and mobile-based information system that is incorporate climate information and agricultural practice to farmer. It will provide the farmers information and agricultural practice. The tool to better manage the weather risk, maximize the productivity, and maximize the environmental impact of the farming practices. These are the benefits. There are many stakeholders who are share this AgriWeather tool for climate smart agriculture. Kenyan Agricultural Livestock Research Organization provide processed climate information. This from this institute. Meteorological professional provide weather information and climate data. Agricultural research scientists provide research data, agronomic information, and agricultural research knowledge. There are many stakeholders. Also, there are two data scientists, a manager, and ICT professional, which are expert in system development, database architecture and design, and also in data mining and modeling. All the 5 stakeholders, they have an input and contribution to the AgriWeather tool for climate smart agriculture. This is the development of this tool. Those data set and data information received from the meteorological system feed into AgriWeather tool. The tool generates location-specific information. It generates information to specific location on the forecasted information and data. There are many data will be forecasted based on a certain situation. Researchers use this process information to generate advisories. From reading this information and interpreting this information, and then this advisory will be disseminated to the farmer via SMS technology. There is no need to meet them directly, which is very expensive, and also via web-based portal and interactive voice response. Or these are 3 methods used to provide the advisory to the farmers. The impact of this agroclimate, the difference between the productivity of beneficiaries and non-beneficiaries, it is almost 5 times. The beneficiaries produce 5 times compared to non-beneficiaries of this AgriWeather tool. The income of the beneficiaries is almost 3 times of those who are not using this tool. Farmers were able to plan better and to take decision on the level of agricultural production. At the different level of agricultural production, they can take a right decision because they have the right information and the right advices. Farmers maximize productivity and minimize the environmental impact based on this information provided to them. AgriWeather is useful in making complementing recommendation about which agricultural innovation and management practice to use. This will let them which the suitable innovation, which is the suitable agricultural practices they can use, and also help the extension in delivering their information, in delivering the advice to the farmers, and also the new technology and innovation will increase the adoption rate for these new technologies because the farmers are aware and updated with the information. The future prospects of e-agriculture for the food system for production, processing, all of them will be affected by the e-agriculture because there will be a good information to everyone for the agro processor, for the distribution, transportation, for the consumption. And this will automatically affect the food security pillars of accessibility. For example, if increase the productivity, this is increase the production, and hence it will affect the availability pillar of the food security. If the food prices are aware, the farmer will have a high price from his product, and this will affect also his income and affect his accessibility, and so on. The future also prospect, they are in agricultural resources in Arab countries. In Arab countries, there is the food gaps, and this is food gaps. Although their country have a potential of resources, but they produce with very low productivity because they didn't adopt the improved technology and they didn't benefit from the role of science in enhancing food security. So when this e-agriculture is applied, it will improve the production and hence it will reduce the gap in food gap in Arab countries. For example, in Arab countries, the food gap is about 35 billion in 2018. 66% are cereal, 5 are meat, and 9 are milk and milk products. It also lead to reduce the food gap in Arab countries through efficient utilization of the available resources and adoption of improved technology and good and promising practices which benefit for improving the production and adopting the mitigation. Lastly, let me share with you that now we are working on a book about food and nutrition security in KSA, which is have 2 volumes accepted for publication by Springer. Volume 1 is about the national analysis of agriculture and food security, and the second is about macroeconomic implication on food and nutrition security accepted by Springer. And we have a chance till now for co-authors.